All right, so we're gonna design the Sketchup logo. And the Sketchup logo looks like a pair of stairs. And we're gonna try and make this box. So first step is to access SketchUp. So we're gonna access SketchUp. We're gonna click on the link. Make sure when you log in with SketchUp that you're logging in with your Rochester Google account. Again, Rochester Google account. And then you click that. And it'll take you to your home page that has your saved files. So I want to create a new file, and let's make feet and inches the units that we're using. And then you can see temple right there. So I want to save my new file. So this is the SketchUp logo file, tutorial 1. So I'm just going to say tutorial 1, SketchUp. Logo. And I'm gonna hit OK. And it's ask you for a file to choose, or folder to choose. So I'm going to choose my SketchUp CAD folder and save it so it saves in my Google Drive. Now, we're not going to worry about dimensions being exactly the correct measurements. We're just going to worry about using the right tools. So your first step is to make that 3D box shape. So we're going to look for that rectangle tool. So let's find the rectangle tool. Here it is. And I'm going to put my reference right by Temple's feet. So I kind of know the exact height. Remember, Temple is 5 feet 9 inches. So I'm going to click. So if I click once, that means the bottom left corner of my rectangle is staying glued wherever it is. I'm going to pick where I want it to be. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to click again. Once I click again, that makes my rectangle because my other corner is stayed down. Now I want to make that 3D design, the box shape. So I'm going to get my push, pull, bin. So I'm going to push, pull, click it. And I'm going to highlight the top of it. I'm going to click. And then I'm going to drag up. And that makes that box shape. So let's pick a height that I want. Let's say that's good. So I'm going to click again. And that kind of keeps the box shape. If I want to see different point of views, remember you can do the orbit button and you can move around what you like. So I kind of want the top. Once you start doing your stairs, you want the top because you want to make the shape of the top that you are going to kind of dig in and make this stair. So I'm going to hit the rectangle tool next, and I'm going to do the corner. I'm going to click on the corner, and I'm going to make a rectangle. And then I'm going to click on the corner again. Once I have the small rectangle, I'll make a little bit bigger one. Make a bigger one. Say right there's good. So you want 2 of the rectangles on the top of your face. And faces are sides of a shape. And I wanted the push-pull feature because there are going to be my 2 steps. So if I do the push-pull feature, you see how it kind of shades in the piece that I'm going to highlight and pull down? So I want to shade in the first one. And you know how it, and then I want to bring it down. And then if you don't like that viewpoint, you can change the viewpoint. So let's say I want to actually see it go down. I'm going to change the viewpoint, and I'm going to get the push-pull button. And I'm going to make sure I'm on top, and I can see it go up and down. So I can change the distance too. You want to make sure you are clicking the appropriate face and side too, because if you click something new like this, it'll change that width as well. Again, you can click with the orbit and you can go on top to see what it looks like. And then you want to make the step. So you have 1 step and you want to make the second step. So you're going to do the push-pull button again on top. And you're going to bring it down a little bit. That's good enough. And then you can play with the orbit button again and then see what design you like. If you move your screen around with the orbit function and you're like, that logo on the screen kind of looks more of a square and mine looks more of a rectangle, the push-pull tool comes in handy, because if I want to, let's say, push it in a little bit to make it a square, I'm going to use the push-pull tool, and I'm going to highlight the back, and I'm just going to move it in a little bit. I'm going to keep playing around with it until it's the size that I like. So that's a little bit more rectangle, so I'm going to move it in a little bit more. There you go. Look at it again, and that's a little bit better. So I like that to be a little bit better, and then that's good. I'm happy with that shape that I got. Now you want to paint. So you want it to be red, because that's the color of the logo. So you're going to go to this paint function right here, and you are going to pick a color. So paint. If I do not like the color, I'm going to search for a different color. Again, you have all these colors that you can pick from and search from. So I'm going to use a red. Let's see. Where are all those reds that I have? Let's pick this red. So that's the color I'm using. So again, if I didn't know how to do this, remember with our tutorial, we can go to the instructor, and the instructor will tell us how to use it and how to operate the tool as well. But you go to the paint button, you pick your color. Let's say I like that color. I'm just going to hit the back arrow so it's not on my screen, and I just highlight the side that I want, and I paint. I'm going to paint all these, and then just because you paint the front doesn't mean the back is painted, so you got to rotate and paint the back as well. So you go highlight your paint function, pick the same color, and paint the back. And then the same thing, don't assume the bottom's painted, and then hit the paint function. So make sure you go and you make sure everything is painted, and then that is your Sketchup logo. Make sure you save it so it's saved, and then there you go.